What's up, everybody? This is Robert Trolling Paradise. Yeah, it's been a while, I know, since I did a review. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately. I'll probably talk about at the end of the video here. It's a really difficult time right now that I'm currently dealing with right now. But first, I have to review a new album, because that's what I'm here to do for this video. I'm going to review the new one from Belushi Speed Ball. Toxic Waste was everywhere in the 80s. This came out June 5th, and it's an independent release, which meant I had to pre-order it off of the band's website just so I could get the CD, because, yeah, fuck ordering off Bandcamp, man, because that site fucking blows. I had to order a Master Sword album from that site last year. It took months to arrive. But the Master Sword album made my albums of the year list at the end last year. Although I know it was their final record, which sucks. Anyway, gonna take a little sip of tea right now. There's 13 songs on the record, so it's almost 40 minutes long here. I Ought Not Know is track 1. Obviously about going to like a movie or something. I know Belushi Speed Ball tends to write songs based on cartoons. I know they've written stuff based on SpongeBob. On this one, there's only one song based on SpongeBob. They went for a bit more on Rick and Morty and a little bit of South Park thrown in there too. As well as a movie as well. Very big time classic with Schwarzenegger in there. How Tough Am I? That's the lone SpongeBob related song in this album, based on the episode No Weenies Allowed from season 3, where SpongeBob tries to get in the salty spittoon, the roughest, toughest thing on Bikini Bottom. He goes in the end, but he gets badly beaten and taken to the hospital. And the song even references Weenie Hut Jr. And at the end, the doctor's like, boo-boos, eh? You might want to try that one. And SpongeBob's like, Weenie Hut General! After SpongeBob gets badly bruised up and taken to the hospital, he's like, Sandy, what happened? Sandy lies, though, in there. She says, you ran inside and slept on an ice cube. Absolute lie. SpongeBob went in, and he was brutally attacked by some of the toughest men in the building. Track 3 is That's a Mighty Fine Wayne Gretzky. No clue what that's based on. I know Gretzky was on the Edmonton Oilers. I do have his jersey, which I don't have. I wish I could have brought it out for this video, but I'm not going to, though. I bought it because of that this album coming out. And yes, it is a knockoff that I bought at Outbound Sports. It's not an original. The original one was auctioned off. Gretzky won 4 Stanley Cups. All of the Oilers. Excuse me. In the 80s, 84, 85, 87, and 88. And my aunt was a huge fan of Gretzky and Mark Messier, who was an absolute bruiser. I am getting off track here. What's funnier than 24? I think that's a reference to the TV series that had Kiefer Sutherland. All Pete's Exes. I have no clue what that could be based on. Like, it could be based on Family Guy, but I have no clue. Kellaway's Wife. I think this one's based on South Park. But yeah, I don't recall the episode that's based on, though. Dennis System. That's based on, I think it's based on Rick and Morty. And I've never watched the TV series myself, and I know that cartoon is really popular. But yeah, I think it's based on Rick and Morty. It's Green Day, still like stocks. I think it's about festival appearances and about festival appearances, especially a punk rock festival. Terminator Lava Factory. That's based on, I think, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, that classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. That's one of the Hasta la Vista, baby. Then boom! He blows up the police station. That scene. I'm Not Your Buddy Guy. It's track 10. And it's based on South Park. Got those two, Terrence and Phillip. That sort of thing. They say, I think Phillip says it. One of the Canadian stick figures in the show. Oh yeah, Belushi Speed Ball, the song itself. Of course, the band decided to finally do a self-titled song based on them. Alright, Captain Planet, that's a skit. It's the shortest track in the album. It's only a minute long. And basically, this whole Captain Planet thing, which I have no clue what that's based on. And the final song is Captain Planet Still Can't Stop Us, which closes out the record really strong. And really over the top, wild antics from their frontman, which, yeah. I'm going to go over the lineup before I go over this album, before I go over finish the scoring here. I forgot to do it earlier. On vocals is Vince Castellano. He's been with them since the start. Dirk Tipton on guitars. They have Jamison Land, formerly of Guar, on guitars. Jamison played bass in Guar as Beefcake the Mighty. New bass player on board, Justin McClure. And a new drummer, Ben Cotton, who joined last year. It's their first album with new members, Justin McClure and Ben Cotton. So the group is now a 5-piece band. But yeah, they're funny as fuck. They're bands that's not meant to be taken seriously here. They're from Louisville, Kentucky. The guys are still going in hot. And these guys, I mean, Belushi Speed Ball really needs to visit Canada to do a festival show or possibly an opening slot for a thrash band. Especially in Vancouver, man. That would be really cool if Belushi Speed Ball came through British Columbia, play a concert at a small venue like the Rickshaw or the Vogue, or possibly the Commodore, opening for a group like Overkill or Creator. Or even playing the Armstrong Metal Fest down in the mainland. That's pretty cool. I know that festival was really popular. But yeah, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. It's really good. Aside from the opening track, and as well as a couple songs I could easily skip, like the last, like that skit though, I can do without that stupid skit before the final song. And I think Dennis System is kind of dumb too, the one based on Rick and Morty. But yeah, here's the update here after issue here. As you may know, it's been a really brutal month as well. As you may know, obviously, back in April, my grandfather on my mom's side was diagnosed with dementia. Unfortunately, on May 13th, he was rushed to the hospital due to severe confusion. And he's been in the hospital ever since. He has not made it out of there. So my mom has to visit every afternoon because of it. But he unfortunately has continued to worsen. I went to go visit him on the Victoria Day weekend. It was very sad to see him in such poor health like that. Man. But yeah, it's been a really tough time for me and my family and everything. But man, Belushi Speed Ball really takes some of that away, you know. Especially with a song like How Tough Am I? That's probably my favorite on the whole album. And Calloway's Wife might be my second favorite, as well as Terminator Lava Factory. And a humorous song that references Wayne Gretzky is absolutely fun as well. But yeah, that'll do it for now. I'll see you later.